I feel like it's kind of a bipolar thing or a manic depressive thing or something. But I don't know. I thought I'd make a video on it that like if you know that maybe it applies to everyone, but like if you know that times are really good now or you feel really good now, like things are going well now, things are great now. What do you do? First, like one big thing is that you accept that like times will really suck in the future. There will be really negative times, really down times, times where you feel like death, feel like dying, or feel like you're at your worst, or things are really bad, and situations are really bad with family, with friends, with money, with work, with school, with your projects, with your business, with any of these things. Um, so what do you do? What you can do now when things are good for like I guess like a bipolar person they would say like when you're manic or not. I fucking question. Um yeah, like if if what was I gonna say? Like if things are good right now that what do you do for the future? I think the first thing is just being mentally prepared, that knowing that things are good now, they won't be in the future, that they won't always be. There will be tough times, bad times, and times when things are going wrong or aren't as well or aren't at their best. But I guess it's like the story of like I think it was like the two grasshoppers or something, where like when basically the the two grasshoppers, they're like cousins, and then one of them when times are good celebrates and it rejoices and it enjoys its comforts and like enjoys in that time, and then the other time, and then the other grasshopper when times are good, that's when it's still preparing like it's like winter, um that's when it's kind of saving up. It's not that's when it's like maintaining its good habits. So like I'd say like when times are good, that's when you be eating healthy, that's when you be not enjoying it, that's when you be saving up for the winter, bulking up for the winter, that's when you be um, kind of paranoid when things are good, when things are going well. That way when things are bad you have a lot saved up and you have like all these backup plans. You had all this planned and saved where everyone else was kind of like ready for or fucking enjoying it when like things were good. You were saving up because you knew that life is cycles and you knew that the good wouldn't last and you knew that you got to be ready and well when things are at their absolute worst. And that's when you get those situations where like you get this guy who's winning like all kinds of things in the stock market when everyone else is it's crashing for everyone else, and everyone else is losing their money, and this guy is winning and basically dancing on people's graves, because it's nothing against them, but it's because you saved up when other people weren't, when things are at your best, when you're doing good, like prepare then, save then, like build your resources then, um, save your money, save your assets, build your skills, but most of all, like preserve what you have, save up, and prepare for things to go bad, and just kind of save up for the winter and stuff in all the different ways that you can, because that time will come, and when that time comes, the only thing that you have is what you've built and nothing else, truly nothing else. And you can say other people, but yes, other people counts towards what you've built, like the relationships that you've built with them. It's on you what kind of relationship that you build with other people. So if you have beautiful relationships with other people, that's on you to build them now when times are good, and like it's like what they say that you when times are good you go to your friends who are like that's like when everyone wants to be your fucking friend, but like fuck those people. Like it's true what they said that like the it's like the bad times that reveal who your true friends are. So when times are good, would be when you go to those friends who aren't doing so well, or who, like, you remember who your true friends are or were or are, and you make sure you're good to them, especially even when times are good, because when those are the most important relationships in your life, those are the ones you should cater to the most and take care of the most. Be there for those friends when things are the worst for them, and in general, just work on your relationship with them a lot, because when times are worst, again, like, they'll be there for you when no one else is. And it's a beautiful relationship in that way. Like, you guys are always there for each other because you deliberately grew it that way. You both did. um, so I think it's the same thing. So that's like with relationships, you build it up, and stuff. And then with health, you build up your health, so when times are good, or when times are, yeah, when they're good, be eating healthy. They'll be eating out. Be building good habits of eating healthy, of going to bed on time, of doing things right, because then when times are bad, like, those things will help you and they'll save you, and they'll, um yeah, it'll help you a lot. And it's another thing, like with money too, that people say, like, oh, you know how to spend money but you don't know how to save it. Like, so when times are good, times are at their best, save money, save a lot, invest it, put it away somewhere where you can't touch it. Invest well, because when times go bad, you'll have that money and you'll sleep well at night when everyone else is kind of going crazy because they have debt, or they're, um, yeah, they're not doing too good financially or whatever. So that's when you kind of take advantage of it, or you save now so that you'll be better down the line. You save and invest that money, and when everyone else is spending it, you're saving it, you're investing it, you're being very careful, and that way you're better for the future when it comes and stuff. Um, so yeah, just in general, when times are good, know that they won't last. Times will be bad again soon, um, and it's better to kind of save and prepare for, like, the winter, prepare for when things will be bad and at their worst, and save well for them, so that you're good when everyone else isn't, and when, like, no one else is saving and everyone would be suffering, you can be all right then, and then you can even celebrate, like, a little bit then. And when no one else is, you kind of can, that way, whenever the market's doing bad, you're doing good. Whenever the economy's doing bad, you're doing good. Whenever things are going wrong for other people, you're doing pretty good. And that's by doing what other people aren't, doing counterintuitive things, but not necessarily counterintuitive things to begin with, but just like doing the habits that people know they should be, or maybe don't know they should be, but like that they just should be but they're not, like saving up, preparing for bad times, saving up money, saving up those, building up those good relationships, and catering to them and saving them in bad times, and more, just things like that. So yeah, when times are good now, save up for when times won't be.